Hi everybody, this is Black Pixie, and I am back with another video. I wanted to share this article on R. Kelly that says R. Kelly X on singer withholding child support by trying to punish me. Your children suffer. Now, according to R. Kelly's lawyer, he was paying child support up until they started canceling his shows and making sure he couldn't work. And we know he pays $20,000 a month in child support. Now, he was $160,000 on back child support. Now, we know 20,000 times 8 months is $160,000. So he's really only 8 months behind. And it's like he says, they canceled all his shows, made absolutely certain he could not work. And she apparently has to know this because she's a part of the surviving R. Kelly, the mute R. Kelly. Don't play any of his songs. She's a part of that. So how can she get on here and say he withholding it to punish her and allow the children to suffer? That doesn't sound too genuine to me. According to the article, it says R. Kelly's ex-wife isn't the only one who was affected by the singer missing child support payment. It says 3 days after being arrested for the second time in less than 2 weeks, the 52-year-old singer was released from jail over the weekend after a payment for the $161,000 in back child support he owed was made anonymously on his behalf. And there's another article in here that says I was trying to pull that one up on the Apple News on my MacBook. But I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it on my iPhone, and it says R. Kelly publicly says child support was paid by friends from all across Chicago. So the person that brought the check was anonymous, but he got friends that came together and paid the money for the child support. Now, CNN previously reported that court documents showed Kelly owed unpaid child support to his ex-wife, Andrea Kelly. In January, ahead of the premiere of Surviving R. Kelly, Andrea told people that the singer no longer had any contact with their children, and he stopped supporting them financially. Now, according to what R. Kelly said on to Gail King, he said he hadn't seen those kids in 6 years. He has no contact with them. He doesn't get to see them. So who's telling the truth here? Also says whether the allegations are true or not, at the end of the day, you're still somebody's father, and you still have 3 people that you need to answer to, whether you like it or not, because they are directly affected by your actions. Andrea says, claiming that the singer stopped paying child support after she came forward with her experience of abuse in June 2018. So, from June 2018 up until now, would that be 8 months? Well, if the surviving R. Kelly, that effectively muted, well, they tried to mute all this music, effectively stopped him from doing any work at all. And I see this kind of behavior in the black community, in the poor, amongst the poor working class, making like $25 or less. These men are picked up and taken to jail, and thus loses their job. And some have come on the job and pick these people up and take them to jail. Let's say if you miss, if you get, if let's say if something happened and you get $500 behind, they come pick you up. And to me, that seems to me absolutely sure you can't pay your child support. So she's saying this, but it makes absolutely no sense because if you stop him from working, he can't pay child support because the goal is he is to make no money from his music by no means necessary. And therefore, by no means necessary means he cannot pay child support. It just makes no sense to me. Anyway, and it goes on to say he stopped paying child support when I came forward. Well, I read that already. Okay, no, I didn't. He stopped paying child support when I came forward with my story. So he's still economically abusing me. When Drea came forward with her story, that was effectively stopping the child support because she is effectively helping to be absolutely certain he isn't making any money to pay child support. That doesn't make no sense to me. Anyway, it says, so he's still economically abusing me. So it's like, oh, okay, you want to tell your story, fine. I'm cutting off child support, he said. Telling your story on surviving R. Kelly was to stop him from paying child support altogether. So let's say June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Now he's 8 months behind in child support. So if child support stopped in June when he said that, then that means he would be more so behind in his child support. Let me add that again because my brain forget I'm having physical therapy on my neck, so I'm able to sit up and speak a little bit better. But I still forget things. So let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So February will be 8 months. So if the child support effectively stopped in June, it's like, okay, you going with Surviving R. Kelly. The goal of the show, the documentary, is to be absolutely certain he's not working, he's not making any money. So he can't pay child support. So since she's getting paid from Lifetime, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, it says Andrea, who was married to the singer for 13 years, went on to share that what her ex didn't seem to understand was when I suffer, your children suffer. Exactly. When she suffered, the children suffer. And also, if R. Kelly suffer to never make another dime ever, then she gonna suffer. And then the children suffer. She personally making sure R. Kelly suffer. So with him suffering by her hands, then she gonna suffer too. It's like cutting your nose off to spite your face or whatever, cutting both your hands off so you can't get the money. She cutting off her source of income. Okay. And it says all men need to understand this. Abusing, I'm not even gonna read all of that because she's saying this to after she is the one that made it her business to make absolutely certain he's not making any income to pay child support. Okay. And this is the singer attorney Steve Greenberg told people he cannot comment due to the order of the court, although he's previously denied claims that his client is a deadbeat dad. If he was paying child support up to 8 months ago, then there's no way he's a deadbeat dad because he's always been paying $20,000. That's a lot of money to be paying. And it goes on to say, I don't think he ever should have gone into custody for it. He's not some deadbeat dad. He fell a little bit behind. That occurred in a matter of months. Exactly. 8 months. Greenberg told people following the singer's release from prison on Saturday. So you go out of your way to make sure that to bleed the man of all funds, to make sure he's not making any money, then cry for child support. Call the man deadbeat. Absolutely makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Her story, she want to tell us, her story should have been told. She was telling her story anyway. But being a part of the documentary, to make absolutely certain man has no income to give you, to me makes absolutely no sense to me. So, Cook County Sheriff Office spokesman Sophia Ansari previously told people that Kelly was released from custody after the full $161,633 was paid on Saturday morning. But that is not immediately clear who paid the sum. It's not immediately clear because of how they did the other girl, who she said it wasn't her money, that she was helping out a friend. What did they do? Went on Yelp and tried to shut down her restaurant. Went to a daycare she works at now, not she owns, she works at, and called in bomb threats and tried to get it shut down because she was helping out a friend. And so what happened? All these thousands of friends in hundreds, maybe thousands, I don't know, in Chicago came together and paid the full sum of the child support. Now she got some child support. So what he do now? He has no income, so he has no choice but to lower her $20,000. I don't get how females do that. And this particular case is also a part of my personal experience. People go out of their way to put you in jail, make absolutely certain that you cannot pay child support, and then call you deadbeat dad, and then say you're not paying child support. Particular person made absolutely certain that this young man lost his job, and then went and sued and said he ain't paying child support. But be's the kind of person he is. He got fired because she coming out there showing off wanting to fight. Just causing scene. He got fired that Friday. He had an interview that Monday and was working that Tuesday. So, and he lost a few jobs since then. But 2-3 days later, he has another job because he has a skill. And a lot of young men need to be that way. So these petty girls do these things, or these petty women, about 50 years old, do these things. They are, like I say, they are, let me see, what's the word I'm trying to make? They're a job quality, for lack of a better word. But anyway, they can find a job because they have a skill that people want and they can use and they see it. But Kelly, he's only skilled at singing, making music, doing what he do. And they making sure, canceling his concert, and making sure they cancel by calling me bomb threats and boycotting and everything, making sure that his music is not playing on any social media platform, the different platforms, making sure that it doesn't happen. And just every way the man went overseas to work so he can pay her child support. And what they do? Went over there and had him canceled over there in Germany. Australia, it made absolutely no sense. You cannot stop a person from working and then put them in jail for not having the money to pay child support. Absolutely makes no sense to me. In a copy of Kelly's bond slip given to people, the provider information is left blank. I don't blame him. Who in the world wants to be attacked and threatened to be murdered and bombed for helping somebody? Anonymous payments do happen, but they're rare, told people. In this case, it is what it is. Kelly, who has repeatedly denied all claims against him, briefly addressed reporters outside the jail, saying, I promise you, we are going to straighten all this stuff out, according to CNN. Speaking about the child support payment at the scene, Greenberg told reporters that the judge has entered a gag order, so we can't really talk about that, according to a video posted by WGN-TV. They can't speak about the child support? I guess not. It was okay to speak about it when he came with $50,000-$60,000 to make a payment on it, and do a payment plan was refused, and he was jailed for the full amount. But now that the full amount has been paid, can't talk. Okay. And the singer was first released from jail on February 25th after being indicted by a grand jury on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse against 4 alleged victims. Kelly secured his release by paying 10% of his $1 million bail amount hours later. Greenberg pleaded not guilty on Kelly's behalf, according to Associated Press. Kelly was then arrested again on March 6th, following a child support hearing in Chicago. According to the Associated Press, the singer was escorted out of the Cook County courtroom around 3:45 p.m. and taken into custody. Sheriff Office spokesman Ansari previously confirmed to People that Kelly was transferred to the county jail where he was set to remain until paying back the sum. Kelly publicist Darrell Johnson told the Associated Press the R&B star had been prepared to pay $50,000 to $60,000 at Wednesday hearing, but the judge requested the full amount. Johnson said the entire sum wasn't available due to Kelly being unable to work. People was unable to immediately reach Johnson for comment. And the fact that he's unable to work, and also the fact that he came out and I think he told Gail King that he went to the bank himself for the first time, had $350,000 in there, had it moved to a bank, and they froze it for 67 days. So R. Kelly money is freeze. He can't get to his money. So being called R. Kelly has money, I guess these friends are like, okay, we covered up this your money because he gonna pay us back. That's probably what they're thinking. Anyway, CNN also reported that court documents show Kelly owed more than $169,000 in unpaid child support to his ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, as of February 6th. The court ordered Kelly to make his monthly payment at $20,833 on January 8, 2009. But Kelly did not show up to that hearing, according to CNN, and I wonder why. Additionally, a judge ordered he paid $161,660 by Wednesday in order to avoid being held in contempt of court. Now, Kelly's release came shortly after his emotionally charged interview with Gayle King, during which the singer grew increasingly upset as he denied the allegations made against him. King also spoke with Kelly, 2 living girlfriends, Jocelyn Savage, 23, and Azriel Clary, 21. Savage's parents have accused R. Kelly of kidnapping their daughter. How in the world you kidnap a grown woman? Kidnapping means you are held against your will. That's how come I just can't with the parents. You can't say a 23-year-old is kidnapped when she came out 2 or 3 times and told the world that you took her to R. Kelly. You said you didn't take her to R. Kelly. Or maybe the Clary family said, because I get them mixed up. I don't know. But anyway, you took her to R. Kelly, or went to a friend to take her to R. Kelly while she was in college or whatever. But anyway, how it showed up. R. Kelly did not went into these people's houses and kidnapped their children. How you gonna say he kidnapped your daughter? You can't kidnap a grown woman. that willingly lives with a man is free to move around freely in the world and live her life. As she said, she living her best life. She living her life the way she want to live it. We as parents may not agree with that, because I got kids that are living their life the way they want to live it. They may not be living it the way I think they should be living it. But I don't judge my kids. I've come to a point where I don't judge my children. How you live your life is how you live your life. That's up to you. So, anyway, I digress. And savage parents have accused R. Kelly of kidnapping their daughter, though she says she's living with the singer of her own free will. When is it somebody telling you I'm here at my own free will, and you say, no, you're not at your own free will? I say you were kidnapped, and that's what I mean. Where do you do that at? Absolutely no sense to me. Kelly, who had denied having sex with Clara while she was underage, has also denied luring his girlfriends into a relationship by promising to advance their music career. Who took these girls to R. Kelly? Like R. Kelly said, he did not leave, go, and find these girls. First of all, he's a singer. Girls are being brought to him. So, and Azrael came out point blank say she never had relations with R. Kelly when she was 17. She made that clear. But in social media and the agenda that is being put out there, if it doesn't fit the narrative, then people are lying. Absolutely no sense. Okay. Kelly's alleged behavior came to the media forefront again in July 2017 when BuzzFeed published a bombshell report accusing the star of running a sex cult out of his Chicago, Atlanta area home and after the release of surviving R. Kelly Jr. Now, R. Kelly, Atlanta home, both of them were robbed. Every single piece of furniture was taken. The house was vacant. I saw R. Kelly live. Them people took everything, including the sink. I think they take all the fixtures, the bathroom fixtures out of the house. But he's running a sex cult in a house. They went there. Did they find any girls kidnapped, hidden in the Chicago homes? And they even said that after surviving R. Kelly was released in January, they're still saying that. My thing is, it's amazing how people will look you in your face, and I'm talking about I have a little granddaughter, she would do something, and she would be looking you in your eye, and she will be doing what she's doing, looking you in your eyes, steady doing it, make a mess, and then you're like, why did you do that? I didn't do that. I'm looking at you. But grandma, I didn't do that. I'm sitting here looking at you, looking in my eyes, seeing you do, and you looking in my eye as you do it and say you ain't do it. This is what I see here. If R. Kelly had a sex cult in the house, I promise you, we will see it. And those two girls would not still be. And I heard, what's her name, Sparkle, niece, is still with R. Kelly. These girls are not leaving R. Kelly, so we can't be treating them too bad. According to those reports, the star allegedly seduced a number of young women with the promise of helping them kickstart a music career, only to groom them into being his personal sex objects, for whom he allegedly controlled every aspect of their life. I'm like, okay, R. Kelly went find these girls, seduce a number of women. He's going to seduce grown women. Now, they're not saying underage, they're saying he seduced women, young women, with the promise of helping them with the music career. Who brought these women to R. Kelly? And then they groom them into being personal sex objects. The Dominique girl, the one that the mom, this dramatic rescue on Surviving R. Kelly, she has a lie that she came out, and even though she's not defending R. Kelly, but in a way, she's making his case. She said she's not a victim. She never was a victim. She loved R. Kelly, and she said he needs help, but she's not a victim. So with these people trying to convince, and they tell her she could get a book deal. She don't want a book deal. Her story isn't for sale, like all these other accusers that don't even have a case. So I did an article, I did a video before this one on Facebook, losing 15 million users are leaving between the age of 12 and 34. This is the age group of women that think this is a bunch of nonsense, and they're R. Kelly's fan. My granddaughter is 9 years old, and she know all the words to R. Kelly's song. My daughter is 28. She listens to his music. So we living in a crazy world where people are telling us one thing and just ignoring the fact that we are intelligent and know better. The millennials, they just not having it. They don't even want to hear it. Every once in a while, I speak with my daughter to see where they at. And they are just like disgusted with this R. Kelly tactic because they don't believe it. They don't believe R. Kelly was in that video. I saw the video years ago. I don't get bald head overnight. I don't get that. Anyway, Kelly has repeatedly denied all claims against him. He is due in court again March 13th, and I guess that's tomorrow, regarding child support. The child support was paid, $161,763. That was already paid, but he still got to go to court tomorrow for that child support, and then again on March 22nd on the sexual abuse charges. So I'm seeing all of these girls that are a part of this thing that's saying they are kidnapped and sexually abused by R. Kelly, saying it ain't so. But you got some other people, 3 or 4 other people, that are come and say, oh, well, he sexually abused me. And the girl named Faith Rogers, I did a video on her yesterday. Since R. Kelly's being tried in the courts, what is R. Kelly doing? He is also not being tried in court, being tried in public opinion. Therefore, he is defending himself in public opinion because he has this letter telling her he got 10 men that are testify on the oath, the lifestyle she had with them. He's demanding, since she has herpes, he's demanding that her medical records be reviewed and be requested to prove where her herpes come from, and all those text messages and text messages and all of that was in her phone. He requesting all of that to prove that she had these relations with these people, with these 10 men. Which, I heard another story about the 10 men before you get to R. Kelly. But the thing about it is, if you can sleep with 10 men before you get to R. Kelly, then it wasn't rape. And I heard another person in the industry said that that's how it worked. And he said he said them some special kind of women. Because he said they had lines and lines of people standing outside a bus, sleeping with 10 different men before they get to R. Kelly in the bag. That's because these women cry rape. And this is exactly what's going on. Now, this part of the industry is being exposed. Like I say, this R. Kelly thing is exposing what's going on in the world. With just, I guess, Black American women, a certain group of them, because a lot of women don't do that. Simple group of women will do whatever it takes to get with a rap or star or whatever. This is what's going on. So I see another whole exposure coming along. Because we see the parents have been exposed. That's what pimping the girls. We see, then I would look up the age. All of these girls was 16 to 17, which is of age. They say being of age and consent is two different things. Being of age and consent may be two separate things, but it's not rape. If you are of age, 16, 17, and that's the age in the whole state of South Carolina, because I went and put in different states to see what the legal age was, and all of them was either 16 or 17. So if you're 16 or 17, you're of legal age. Therefore, R. Kelly wasn't sleeping with underage girls. None of them were under 16. Azrael was actually 17. I'm not sure how old Jocelyn was. I think Jocelyn was 19. So these girls are not under 18 years old, except for Azrael. Now, then people go back to Aaliyah. That Aaliyah thing, I'm like, okay, that's done with. That's been taken care of. 2008, found not guilty. There were no victims. Aaliyah's parents wasn't having nothing to do with it, because she said it didn't happen. They dragging her daughter. Then you have Jocelyn's parents. Jocelyn said it didn't happen. The Clary family, they say it didn't happen. Andrea on there crying for child support, making absolutely certain he has no money to pay her child support. Makes no sense to me. Then you have these other grown women that, would you actually have, these are basically people that say they witness these things, but they have no proof. Now they say they got victims this time, but this thing with R. Kelly, since they are trying him in the courts of public opinion, putting everything out there, throwing everything at him, including the kitchen sink. So he is getting on there doing the same thing. I'm throwing everything at these girls who are lying, these women he claim are lying, everything but the kitchen sink. That's how it's done in a court of law. But since he's being tried in public opinion, he's defending himself in public opinion. That's what I'm seeing. But anyway, I think that's it for this article. And I will be, well, that's going to be the end of this art. That's going to be the end of this video. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.